All right, '06 Chevy Silverado. I have removed the tire and I'm going to inspect these rear brakes on this truck with 14,000 miles. And so I'm going to remove this drum first and put 2 bolts in there, and I'm just going to pop that drum off and take a quick look at these brakes and see what condition they're in. The brake, you can see if you insert this, this is already backing off. Sometimes you can take a hammer and tap it and you may have success, but if you got a couple of these around, it's just easier just to pop these in and pop it off and take a look at it. But I've got everything to replace the drums and the brakes, but just to be sure, I just want to take a quick peek at these and see. Let's get these off. All right, now that I broke those off, to pull that hub off, we can get a quick sort of comparison. That's existing and here's new. So I'm gonna go ahead and change them. There's a little pad left on there. It's not down to metal yet, but while I'm here, I'm gonna service the entire vehicle like I've been doing everything. I'll replace all of this and we'll be set. Okay, so more to come. Okay, now I have the vehicle jacked and safety stands here, so but anyway, I thought I'd show you real quick now on pulling this rear brake. Work one side at a time, particularly since that spring has so much force behind it. I would just do one side at a time. But now to remove this piece, a lot of people struggle with this. I thought I'd show you while it's in place. What happens is it has a head to it that pulls through here and sits up top and locks in place. So essentially you got to get it pushed down so that it can release it, and then you can pull this off. The best way to do that is while it's in place, line it up and push back in on your park brake here. And when you do, you'll release some of the tension for this, then push it down and let it slide out. Now, some people go up there and disconnect the park brake, emergency brake up here in the center of the cab, but you can do it right here by just pressing back, get the pressure off of this tip so it can be pushed down and then pull out. All right, more to go. All right, now to replace this cylinder and all, there are 2 1/4-inch SAE little nuts on the back that hold this into place, and there's a 13mm brake line. Now before you remove the 1/4-inch, be sure you go ahead and open up your brake line and all, because it's pretty tight. You want to break it, then take your 2 little 1/4s out and you can replace that with a new piece. This is what your new one looks like. On the back side you can see it's bolted here with the quarters, 2 1/4-inch, and then your brake line is inserted. There's your bleeder valve. And that's it to replacing these. Now if you want to replace your entire hardware set, here's a set you can buy, Carlson, just quality brake parts. Here's the item H2336. And let's open it, you can see. Basically it gives you all the new hardware. So you can buy that all in one kit. You got new springs, the whole works. So all you need is this kit to get your brake pads. You're good to go. Get you some brake clean. I've been cleaning this up, getting all the grease and all off. And I'm going to replace all the hardware. I've already put on now the new cylinder. I've taken the 13mm off the back, the 2 1/4-inch, reseated it, reconnected it. So, okay, at this point now I have gone ahead and inserted the new clip, and I've already put some synthetic grease around all the key points. And I'm now getting ready. I'm going to start inserting my brake pads and so forth and hardware. Okay, and this is kind of a wrap up. But now, when you put these on, just pay attention to what you took off. Some people will do one side at a time, and they'll use the other one as a comparison, or take photos, pictures, whatever helps you to remember. But it's not that difficult. Now, that supporting clip sits down here on the bottom. It's recessed in, and set your brake pads in place. Don't forget to set your adjuster back in, and then your spring. And you see we put a new cylinder in. I told you about the 1/4 and the 13 millimeter. But just pay attention to your brake pads. These are installed now, and I'm ready to close this up. It's not super difficult to do these. You just pay particular attention. Now, these are marked left or right because of orientation. I mean, you certainly have to have this side out to clip your spring and so forth. So pay attention to orientation and the proper side. It should be labeled, or just compare it to what you've taken up. And keep your stuff in order. Here's all the old materials. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Okay, and just for orientation, and so you know, from the front side, turning this adjustment up is actually expanding. So if you were doing this from the back side, you would be going down and turning this to expand this, because we're wanting to get a little friction here for the hub. So I'm doing the adjustment, the final adjustment now, and I'm just doing it here on the front side at this point. And you can see as I turn this, it's moving the threads, and you can see more and more threads over here on this side. All right.